got a shark now.
That's something, isn't it?
Oh, maybe it's a grouper.
It will be the biggest fish I've ever had on that isn't a shark. It's massive.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Murph here. Welcome back to another episode. In today's episode, more fishing in the dry Tortugas for mutton snapper and grouper. And I also catch the biggest fish I've ever caught in my entire life. Make sure you slap like if you enjoyed today's video. Yeah.
Pretty cool when you catch a red grouper in 8 feet of water. Or keep a red grouper in 8 feet of water. Hey, there we go. Already in reverse. Pretty, very pretty. That's the prettiest of all the groupers right there. Little fish. Had so much line out though, he almost got me in a rock. Must be a little baby grouper or something. And that is what it is. A little baby black grouper. Hello. Look at you, cutie. First fish of the day. Look at the markings on these fish. They're so pretty. He's looking at the camera, saying hi. First fish of the day. Broke the ice. Now we just need his bigger brother, who's triple that size. So I'm gonna start off the morning throwing this little 5-inch diesel minnow made by Z-Man with a 3/4 ounce jig head. And really I'm just bouncing the bottom. There's a lot of rocks out here, so what I like to do is hit the bottom once and then retrieve up and just kind of almost scrape the bottom, but not really touch the bottom, because it's so treacherous down there that you're gonna just lose your jig or get hung up so often. But you do wanna, every once in a while, touch the bottom. Just above the bottom is kind of the zone I'm working right now. And that's where these muttons and grouper seem to be hiding. They like it. They like it a lot. What in the world?
Okay, so unfortunately I didn't bring a windscreen for my GoPro, and a lot of the footage is way too windy to play. It's so annoying to listen to, and I don't want you guys to have to listen to it either. And you can see that that bait absolutely got destroyed by that red grouper, and man, are they feisty. There's no grabbing them. When they want to shake around, they shake. And it was everything I could do just to pick them up for a few seconds to get them back in. Check around to see if there's any sharks around, because I don't want them to get eaten, and plop them back in. So I'm out first thing in the morning and I got on a little grouper bite here, and I found another little rock pile, so I threw my jig over top of it, but it was way out, and by the time I came tight to the fish, he had already got me in a rock. So I sat down, pedaled over to the rock pile, and wouldn't you know, the grouper got me. He got off, pulled my jig up, he wasn't there anymore. So a few casts later, I hook into another nice fish, and it ended up being the mutton daddy.
Oh, it might be a mutton. I'm getting dragged over there so fast. It's not a big cuda. Oh, there's a couple of fish chasing it. Wow, it's a school or something. Oh yeah, it's a nice mutton. Yes, yes sir. It's a nice mutton snapper. Ah-ha. Ah-ha. Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
That is what we're looking for, sir. Sirs. Wow. That's a good one. That's a really good one. That might be my biggest one of the trip. I think that definitely is. Come on over. What? Look at that thing. That's 24 almost, maybe 20. Shoo! A little bit over the 0. He's to the 22 mark without a pinch tail. With pinch tails to the 23 mark. 23 1/4 inch mutton snapper. Incredible fight. Incredible. And just throwing these soft plastics. That's it, bouncing the bottom. Look at this guy. He's gonna go nuts. There we go. Yep, what can you do? What can you do? Not a whole lot. There he goes. Actually didn't mean to release him, but there he goes. Just trying to pick him up and it just jumped out. That's okay. I think my campers might be a little upset. Like when I tell them I released a 23.5-inch mutton snapper, but you know, I'm happy with that. After fishing by myself in the morning time for a little bit, I went back to the beach and picked Susha up, and then we went back out to a bonefish area that we had been to the last time we were here. And wouldn't you know, big old Bone Daddy comes by. We were throwing a couple bucktails around, and I caught the biggest bonefish that I've ever caught, and I was using my snapper and smaller grouper gear, and I just totally horsed the thing in because I wasn't sure exactly what it was. I didn't really get to enjoy the fight. So he came into the kayak super green, and you can see they're just so slippery. I've never really handled such a slippery fish before, and I didn't want to get him beat up because it's such a beautiful fish. So I showed him off for a couple seconds, and then I was like, I gotta get this guy out of here back in the water. He's just too excited. Bye. Bye, bonefish. We're not messing around with that anymore. Nice. I can't believe that's your first tarpon, right? Yeah. All right, let's get him back in the water.
I had a couple jumps last night.
Well, the night started to wind down, and it was time to head back to the dock to do some fishing before dinner. My dad caught his very first tarpon off the dock tonight. And I even got to mess around with a couple of little tarpon before it was time for dinner. As the sun set, we got out some of the filleted mutton snapper and grouper and rigged up the huge Goliath/shark rods to hopefully hook my first Goliath grouper.
Spencer can't even crank it. Did you get the grouper?
I think he just let go of it. So it might be a Goliath.
It was Goliath thing. Yeah.
That's the right one.
How was that?
How was it?
Yeah.
That was a rush. Because it's so giant. It will be the biggest fish I've ever had on that isn't a shark. It's massive. Yep. Oh.
There's a shark. There's Dan's shark.
That's Dan's shark. I'll pick my shark now.
TM took the shark. Spencer's got the flag. That's in my shark.
I'm lucky to get some down.
Got it. On this episode of Get Looked Fishing,
Spencer reels in a 250-pound Goliath grouper. There he is. Is that him?
I'm like 65-pound braid. He's done. All right.
He's on his back.
About done.
Oh!
Toledo.
Is the shark really gonna try to take the chunk out?
Let's bring him over here.
Woohoo!
He's tired. That's a nice one. A couple hundred.
Yeah. Look at his tail. It looks like a manatee.
That tail! Whoa! It's like a giant paddle.
He's having a little second wind here.
Yeah.
You need light in the water, though. Need light in the water.
Yeah, you got a second wind all right.
Okay. I'll walk him over, get the hook out. That'll be that guy.
That's what you said last time.
Give me the rod.
He's not even pulling anymore.
All right. Oh, he's got another hook in him. He's got a little hook in him. We'll go ahead and try to. This is a big animal. Got it.
I just know he's gonna kick and wall us, so there you go. Woo! First ever Goliath grouper. Can't beat it.